We out here. We made it to a whole nother year. Yes. Amen. Round of applause. Standing ovation. Well, I'm sitting, but I might as well stand to show off my shirt. Do you like my shirt? Best son ever. That's right. My mom got me this shirt. Not my real mom, but my work mom. I'll call her that. A lady at my job, she calls me her son. Hey, son. And I say, hey, mom. She got me this shirt 2 birthdays ago. And it's the perfect size. And I really like the color. Really good look. So shout out to her. Speaking of shout outs, I will be shouting people out today. Oh yeah, but that can wait. Oh man. August 25th, 1992. Your boy came into this world. I was a big baby, as far as I know. Is it 8 pounds? 12 ounces? Something like that. I gotta ask my real mom how much I weighed, but yeah, man. August 25th. Today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I love my birthday. Just the sight of August 25th, you can't beat it. It's a great day. It truly is. If you're a Virgo, you understand. My friend called me this morning. I actually woke up to her call. I think I woke up to her call. Or maybe I was halfway asleep. She called me. Shout out to her. And she and I have the same birthday. So we're like this. She turned 65 and I turned 34. So I told her I would be catching up to you, but you have a birthday every time I have one. But we talked for probably 10, 20 minutes about Virgo stuff and Christianity stuff and whatnot. So it was definitely good hearing from her. Always good stuff. Always good messaging. And we just vibe. She's my friend's mom, and she's also my mom's friend. So our family and their family are family. Alright. Speaking of family, I don't think I have any plans for my birthday. Today is my birthday. It's Tuesday. So I'm just gonna go to work, and before I go to work, just chill. I'm kind of tired. Work's been hectic, to say the least. But I'm gonna go to work, on a Tuesday, treat it like a normal day. As far as the weekend goes, I keep telling myself I don't really want to do anything because I don't. Now, my niece, her birthday is the 30th. So we might hang out with them, if not this weekend, next weekend. Because I don't feel like doing anything for my birthday. But my niece, she's turning 12. So if they're doing something for her, my sister that is, and her husband, if they're doing something for her, I'll come through. But I just don't feel like doing anything for myself this year. Because it's been a busy summer. It's been a fast summer. An eventful summer. Speaking of summer, I love summertime. I love August. Right now it feels so nice because we're like transitioning between summer and fall. And you can hear the cicadas out. It's just really nice when you get that cool weather. Not cool weather, but the weather that's no longer hot. Like the heat is there, but it's not unbearable. It's not so noticeable. You can still go out in a t-shirt and be good, or wear a sweatshirt and still be good. Right now, last I checked, it was 75 degrees in central Illinois. And we have a high today of 82. I'm like, that's perfect. Of course, I'm gonna wear a shirt like this. This is perfect weather. You can't beat that. However, I always get a little bit sad. Not necessarily when August is over. Yes, that too, but I get a little bit sad when we move into the fall. Because it's like goodbye summer. And I love summer. I love summer. What's up? What's up, homie? How is everything? Oh, just saying what's up for my birthday to you good people. Let's get fitness. 1. You're the first person in here, to be honest. What's good with you? Did you find our girl yet? No, not yet. I'm still keeping my eyes out. Still keeping my eyes open. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Sweetheart. I'm not sure. But she is in my thoughts. Oh, you're on the treadmill. Cool. Cool. How many miles do you run on there, if you can say? Or for how long do you run? That's what's up. I was just talking about the perfect weather. This 82-degree weather is just amazing. Hit the like button while you're here, buddy. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't even know if I believe she's gone, to be honest. I really don't know. It just doesn't seem right. Without saying anything, I don't know. If I were to die, I would at least want my brother to show my obituary on YouTube. That way, you guys would have some closure, right? That or make a video about me, because my brother has a YouTube page too. And he uploads, hey Terry, yeah, he uploads stuff about music and sci-fi movies. My brother's YouTube channel is called Sci-Fi Guy 2094 because he was born in 1994. So yeah, if I were to die, I would at least want him to say, hey, it's true, Greg's gone. I wouldn't just want to disappear on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Sweetheart, her whole channel was just deactivated, and then some person came forward and said, she's gone. I'm like, well, who deactivated her page? You know what I'm saying? Because usually if someone's dead, how would they know to delete their own YouTube page? That's all I'm saying. And I say that because I used to follow a lot of YouTubers. I don't know if Sweetheart's dead or not, but a couple weeks ago, someone came forward and said to Munchies with Jazz that she is dead. So I don't even know who this person is who said this, but I just don't know. But yeah, what was I gonna say? It didn't make any sense to me. I just don't know. But yeah, shout out to Sweetheart. The good woman. Yeah. That's if it's true. But I say that to say this. I used to follow a lot of YouTubers in the earlier YouTube days. And a lot of them, they just simply stopped making videos. So I'm like, well, maybe this person did pass away, or maybe this person moved on. Now, some people would actually say, this is going to be my last video. Or they would start a different channel about something different. Or whatever. But usually their page is still up. Unless if they got banned for whatever reason. Or canceled. But this is before people were getting canceled for copyright and stuff. But I can still find a lot of those old channels that I used to watch. They're still there. So I'm like, if she was on her deathbed, why would she then delete her channel? Because she was keeping us posted when she was in the hospital. That part I remember. I'm like, so this family member must have deleted her page. But why? I got false flag. Yeah, you were showing off other YouTuber stuff that I guess they didn't want you showing. I don't think the YouTube channel minded that you were showing this person's stuff. I think YouTube itself had a problem with you showing it. So I'm like, huh. But that's why we have videos, because we want to share our stuff with y'all. So why would YouTube then get upset that Terry was showing this person's stuff? Because that's what it was about, right? I'm pretty sure they can't handle the truth. No, they can't even handle the truth on my birthday. You like the title? Birthday stream? My buddy texted me earlier, happy birthday. Yeah. But yeah, all those old channels I used to watch and listen to, many of them are still there, but they haven't uploaded in years. So I just hope for the best and expect the worst. As far as Sweetheart, I'm like, this is just so odd. Odd. But yeah, she had commented on my page. Yeah, she used to leave me voicemails too. And I wish we could still see those voicemails, and messages in general. But once someone's channel is deactivated, all their comments disappear too. I'm like, man, I liked her comments. Really liked her comments. But yeah, August is an amazing time. You can hear those cicadas in the background. It's still nice enough to where I can ride my bicycle. It's still nice enough to where you can take a walk. It's still nice enough to where if you want to, you can have your shirt off. It's nice enough to where you're not gonna burn up completely. You're not just gonna spontaneously combust. You don't need sunscreen anymore right now. 75 to 82 degrees is just perfect. I see people walking huskies. I'm like, that's what's up. That husky is not gonna die in this 70-something degree weather. Take Uno is here. I'm glad you're here because I'm gonna shout you out too. You're on my list. I'll probably shout out both of you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. We are talking about birthdays and August and Virgos, and we're talking about the weather. We're talking about shout outs coming up. It was 92 degrees yesterday for you. What the? No way. Is it still raining over there? Is it still raining in Portland, Oregon? You know, Portland, Oregon, it reminded me of Gotham City. Not because of the crime and that sort of thing, but it was like raining almost every day. I'm like, wow, it rains a lot here. It don't rain much in the summer. Okay, because I was over there in October. And, well, I guess you could say November. Yeah. Late October to early November. But I remember it raining a lot. And I definitely still have yet to make a live stream about y'all's wedding. I didn't forget. But just so much happened in that week. It was so eventful. Thank you. Let's Get Fitness. One. It was so eventful. And it's such a good story. For those who don't know, Terry got married a little less than a year ago. It was so eventful and grand. Yeah, it was a crazy time. I would have to write down bullet points for y'all's wedding, because the wedding was like in different stages. There was the flight to get there, the airports. There was when I got there at the other I got to like 3 different airports just to get there. When I got there, when I met Ethan Hawke, that's Jamie Russell. What up, Pinocchio? There was the wedding itself, obviously. There was the stuff we did before the wedding. There was the stuff we did after the wedding. And there was the stuff we did after the wedding. So, but there was a lot going on between the time I got there and the time I left. Because we went to so many different places. We went to the mall, Jamie, me, Jamie's other friend. We went there, went to the Star Wars store. Jamie showed me the anime store. Terry showed me where her hangouts are, her little cafe that she goes to and whatnot. So, she showed me her hangout spots. We went to this Japanese place. that had a lot of cool stuff, like really nice clothing and whatnot. We had that element. We went to some restaurant. When I was there, we went to a lot of restaurants. So I have yet to make that live because just so much happened. A lot of walking, a lot of people to see, a lot of people to hang out with. It was a good time. Going to the grocery store, which was not far from where they lived. Going there to get my food. Getting pizza for the party. The after party, that was fun. We went to one of the malls to do karaoke. That was one of the last things we did. We went out to dinner, then we did karaoke. But yeah, we did so much, man. We did enough that week to fill up 2 months. That's how eventful that stuff was. And they have some really cool friends. Really cool friends. And Jamie's dad, he was probably my biggest fan. I mean, he really wanted to know what Gregatron is all about. He was asking me all these questions about my YouTube page. So what all do you have on there? Oh, okay. So how long you been doing that? And how did you get into that? And he was like really fascinated. He was really fascinated in my YouTube page. Yeah, but we became like best friends. Yeah, that's true talk. Yeah. And then my favorite part, probably. There was a lot of highlights, but my favorite part was probably at the wedding itself. After the wedding, when we were all giving speeches. I think Fisherman's Corner, he might have been the first or second one, maybe the second. I got up there probably third or fourth. And then Jamie's dad, he got up there not once but twice. Because, yeah, he spoke before I did, then Fisherman's Corner, I think, then I spoke. But after I spoke, he thought of something, so then he went back up there and said, oh, wait, hold on a second. By the way, Greg just reminded me of something. And then I was looking at Jamie, and Jamie's like, like, Dad, come on. But Jamie's dad gave a really nice speech. It was a two-parter, but part 2 was even better. But it was, you could even say it was a little bit emotional to see a father and son shake hands and hug at the son's wedding. I'm pretty sure there were some tears flowing that day. I'm pretty sure. Like, it was a really beautiful week. I'm not gonna lie. To meet Terry for the first time. To meet Jamie for the first time. To meet Fisherman's Corner for the first time. To meet Rebecca. Y'all remember Rebecca? She was there. I mean, it was just, honestly, it was a perfect week. Like, nothing went wrong. Everything just fell into place. All the puzzle pieces fell into place. And I could tell, to a degree, I don't want to use the word stressed, but you know how weddings can be. I think Jamie was a little bit concerned with making sure everything goes right. But it's like God was watching out the entire time. God's like, don't even worry about it. I'll deal with it. And all the puzzle pieces just fell into play perfectly. Yeah, AOC, she was really pretty, by the way. But everything just fell into place. I'm like, it couldn't have been any more perfect. I mean, we had so many different parties we went to. We were hanging out before the wedding. We had breakfast at some restaurant. Then I think the same day we had dinner, which was the pizza party, I think. Then the wedding was the next day. Then there was an after party from that, which was not the pizza party. This was a different party, I think. Now it's all jumbled up. This is why I said I had to write down notes. Because even now I'm forgetting the order of what all happened. Because it was so eventful. Yeah, man. But they have some really cool friends. Really cool friends. And I really like the scenery of the buildings. I like the roads and the hills. And it was like follow the yellow brick road type stuff. But yeah, I have yet to talk about that. I know I just talked about it, but that's because it just popped into my mind thanks to y'all, but I haven't forgot. Because I was actually going to make a video about the wedding and add like pictures in it and stuff. Don't forget the wedding pictures. Oh yeah. So yeah, my favorite part was probably when we gave a speech. But after that, there was another highlight when I said to the pastor, I was like, hey, why don't we take a group picture with everybody here? Well, the pastor, he was kind of hesitant because there was candles lit everywhere. We weren't in the sanctuary anymore. We were in, like, I guess you could call it the main hall. So we're in this main hall area, but the back wall, the wall that leads to the sanctuary, there's different sets of candles set up. So the preacher was like, well, I don't know if we should take a group picture here because I don't want anybody to knock over the candles. And I said, oh, we'll be careful. So the preacher reminded everybody, hey, everybody, there's candles right here. Be careful not to knock over the candles. We don't want to burn down the church. So, but there were so many people in that room. We were kind of close to the candles, but we made sure to social distance. But that picture, I haven't seen it yet, but I know, shout out to Pastor Matt, I know that picture was the bomb. And yes, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Pastor Matt. No, he didn't. Because that would not have ended well. Basically, everything I just said about it being a perfect day, and a perfect weekend, and a perfect week, all that would have gone to HE double toothpaste had the church burned down. Like that just would have ruined everything. And then I would have felt responsible for that, like, oh man, it was my idea to take the picture. Now somebody knocked over the candle. Because all it takes is one candle to burn some stuff. That would have been bad. Yeah. And I met one of Terry's other friends, who I will not say her identity, but she's the one who, in the video, says, Gregaton, you son of a bitch. She was cool. You know, we were doing the predator handshake. That was one of the themes of that wedding. This all started because at the pizza party, Terry was talking with her friends. I'm over here getting my little drink. It was like punch. It wasn't alcohol. But Terry's like, Gregatron, come here. Because everybody in the room dang near had a YouTube channel. So it was like a YouTube convention. Sup, Crash? It was like a YouTube convention. So Terry's like, Gregatron, come here. They want to know about your channel. And I'm like, my channel? What? What? What about my channel? Because I don't know if Terry had already mentioned it to them. And some of them didn't really know who I was. Some did, some didn't. So she's like, tell them about your stuff. And I said, oh, I just go on there and I say this. And this. But no. And this. But no. I was telling about my channel. I collect stuff. Swords. Figures. Knives. Talk about life. My life. Stuff going on around me. Stuff I see. I just gave him a quick little synopsis. And I just remember Jamie's dad just being really fascinated in my channel. Really fascinated. Sonny or Sony? What do you mean? But yeah, it was cool because Terry put me on to some people and vice versa. But yeah, it was a dang good time. Speaking of making videos, I was gonna make a video for my birthday for this, but I said it would be more justice if I do a live stream. That would make more sense. Because if I shoot a 20-minute video, for one, that's not enough because I'm not gonna get all my thoughts out properly. But two, if I do it this way, it's just more natural. And three, the main one is I would have to go in and edit and all that crap. And by the time editing is done, now it's time to go to work. Whereas if I just go live, y'all can just hang out with me and say what up and that sort of thing. That way you're saying happy birthday in person, if you will, opposed to leaving a comment in a video, which it's all the same thing. But making videos is a lot of work. Believe it or not, I got so many video ideas from myself and others. See this book? I have several books like this. Handy dandy notebooks. So, I just don't have the time. Because I'm always doing other stuff. I was reading my Bible this morning before I even touched my phone. But if I'm not in the gym, if I'm not at work, if I'm not sleeping, hibernating, I'll try to put a video out. I try to prioritize it as much as possible. Like the last one I dropped about the money, the counterfeit money. Sup, Sheiky baby? If it's like really important, I'm like, man, I really gotta talk about this now. I'll put everything else aside and do that stuff. But there's videos off in my head that I leave off to the side that I still want to talk about. I just didn't prioritize it as much as these videos. But yeah, I had a guy, he just commented on my last video and the video before. He just left me a comment saying, hey, can you make a video explaining your point of view, the difference between African Americans and foundational black Americans. He wants to know the difference, or what I perceive to be the difference between us and the people who immigrated from Africa. And at first I didn't think it would be a very good topic, but then I thought about it. I was like, that would be a good topic. Because I know a lot of Africans. Because my mom, she's friends with a lot of Africans. So as a teenager growing up, I knew a lot of Africans because my mom knew them. Yeah, because she went to church with people who were from Africa. I mean, we did too as kids growing up, but yeah, that's a good topic in itself. But I'll leave that for another time. Videos like that, and when people give me ideas like that, what I'll do, I'll shout that person out in the video, say, hey, so-and-so left me a comment and wanted me to talk about X, Y, and Z. And then I'll tag that person's channel in my video. That way he or she gets the credit. I'm like, that is so deep. Because I do my best to listen to you guys. If you guys want me to talk about something, I'll talk about it to the best of my ability if I know about it. Keywords, if I know about it. But don't expect me to talk about flat earth, something I know nothing about. You know what I mean? Something ridiculous like that. Like, I kind of stay in my realm. I'm not one of these people who pretends to know it all, because I'm not. And one thing I do not like is a know-it-all. When I say a know-it-all, I'm not talking about a person who knows a lot of information. No, that's just an intelligent, smart, knowledgeable person. A know-it-all to me is someone who doesn't know anything, but pretends to know everything. Or you'll get somebody at your job who is under you, and you're training this person, and you're saying, hey, make sure you do this. And the person says, oh yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then you find out this person did not know because he didn't do it. Or if he did do it, he didn't do it properly. So when you remind mugs of stuff or try to show people stuff, they'll say, oh yeah, I know. I always do that. Sup, Jake? Thank you, sir. They'll say, yeah, I know. You don't know. If you knew, I wouldn't be telling you this. So that's my definition of a know-it-all. A know-it-all says I know just to get you off his back or her back. Or they'll just nod their head and agree, not fully understanding. Like, dude, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to find out y'all don't hear me. Now, I had this one boss in the past, shout out to him, he was one of my favorite bosses. He would actually say the words, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'd be like, yes. But he was very patient, and he still actually says that to this day. Like, if I see him and we're having a conversation, he'll still say it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. Or if I don't, I'll just be like, elaborate on that, right? Because some people you can't be a know-it-all with because it won't work with them, right? Not in the sense that they're too smart. It's just the sense that you can't pull one over on them. You can't fool everybody. So stop trying to fool people by saying, yeah, I know. You don't know nothing. In all actuality, we all know nothing. So what's the point of being a know-it-all? We don't know nothing. Trust me. Do you know how vast the universe is? And I was taught as a child by one of my teachers in school. Shout out. This is back when teachers actually taught. This man told us, this is real talk, and this lives with me to this day. This sticks with me. I live by this. Are you ready? You guys are like, oh, the anticipation. What's he going to say? What his teacher said. This man told us, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. I just got a notification. Kira Bay is live. Let me say that again. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. That makes perfect sense to me. For example, let's say you get into quantum physics and you're like, oh, I'm good at this. But you just scratched the surface. The surface has been scratched. Well, now that the surface has been scratched, now you're like, oh, there's a lot of surface out there that has not yet been scratched. Let me scratch those surfaces too. In each area that you scratch that surface, you find out there's more surfaces of that to scratch. It's kind of like categories, like layers of an onion. There's just too much information out there for us to not only know it all, but to understand it all. You could even take Einstein, for example, who, let's just say Einstein was good at math. No one knows everything about one particular thing, let alone no one knows everything about everything except for God. So you could take the smartest scientist, Newton, or whoever. Let's just use Newton as an example. Newton didn't even know everything about what he was studying. You could take the philosophers, Plato, Sigmund Freud, whoever you want to take. None of them knew everything about their field. They just knew a lot about the department that they specialized in. So that's why it's so interesting when he said, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Because knowledge is like, I hate to say the word ocean. It's like a pit, like a bottomless pit, like a hole in the earth that leads all the way to the core. It's vast. It's like a black hole. So it's impossible to even know half of any one particular topic. For example, Arizona Jake is here. Y'all know Arizona Jake. Arizona Jake is a specialist when it comes to bicycles. He's like the bicycle master on YouTube, you could say. But not even Jake knows everything there is to know about bicycles. Now, he might know everything about his bicycle, but there's so many different aspects of bicycles in general, the history of bicycles. Who invented the thing? Did this person really invent it? How does it work? How do you fix it? How do you repair it? How do you move further into the future with it? How do you make the materials to put the thing together? Before you assemble the bicycle, how are the materials made? Where do the materials come from? Which country is making the materials before you put the bicycle together? It's like there's just so many different aspects. You know, there's different bicycle companies. Which company is the best when it comes to A, B, or C? You know, there's a whole universe out there for bicycles alone. Not to mention automobiles. Know what I'm saying? Greg lives in Bill Cosby's casita. Does that make sense? The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. This could apply to fitness, health, entertainment, food, music. Look at Golden Rule TV. He's an expert at music. But he doesn't know everything there is to know about music. He might know a lot about one in particular genre. But even if you take, let's just take rock and roll for example. You know how hard it is to know everything there is to know about rock and roll? Like you would spend your whole lifetime basically learning about that stuff. One college course ain't enough. So yeah, knowledge is just vast. It's just mind blowing. There's so much music out there. Yeah, like especially thanks to YouTube and Spotify, you'd be amazed what you'll find. Like I'll be watching, just say a YouTube short for example, and I'm like, wow, I really like that music in the background. What's this? I'll then click on that song. And then I'm like, oh, I never heard this before. Who made this song? When did this come out? Who published it? Did this person write it? Did this person mix it? Is it a sample of a different song? How did this song come about? It's like, then little did we know, or little do we know, this song came out 100 years ago. Somebody just remixed it. You know what I'm saying? Think about Beethoven. Like, when I say knowledge is vast, it's vast. Now, he says knowledge is poison. And what that means is, the way I perceive it is, too much knowledge can be a detriment. Because when you're puffed up on too much knowledge, well, now you're using it as a weapon. You're using it in the wrong way. Or you lose yourself to your own knowledge. You forget what's really important, basically. Like knowledge rules your life instead of God. But yeah, everybody here is an expert when it comes to something. Arizona Jake with the bicycles. Golden Rule TV with the music. And to face, he's an expert at Resident Evil. That's for sure. Terry, she's an expert when it comes to communism because she used to be a commie. Not anymore. But she still knows a lot about that stuff because she was in that element in her younger days. So yeah, we're all experts when it comes to something. It would take a lifetime to scratch the surface. Yeah, man. And unfortunately, we just don't have the time. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you read your Bible 10 times from cover to cover. And I think Jesse Peterson talked about that on his show today when he was saying people are experts when it comes to remembering the Bible. They're experts when it comes to remembering it. But do they really understand it? Are they really seeing it in the way God sees things? Or do they just think they're seeing it in the right way? It's like, this whole conversation about knowledge is just deep. Yeah, I read a little Bible too. It's literally deep, this whole conversation, because that's exactly what knowledge is. It's deep. you could call it a wormhole, but you take one little strand. Let's just take algebra. You take algebra. Where does that lead to? Algebra 2. Okay. And then also algebra branches off into what? Geometry. Well, what does geometry branch off into? Trigonometry. And then algebra 2 branches out to what? Calculus. But each of these fields, each department of math, trig, geometry, algebra, calculus, they all branch out to other things. What up, Thor mode? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're confused because each, what do you call that? The sub. It's been a while since I've been in school. Basically, each group has subgroups underneath it. And those subgroups can then branch out into different. We're talking about knowledge, that's all. What's up, Enigma fan? What's good with ya? For those who don't know, Enigma fan is a good friend of End of Face. Yeah. My TV wrote cheers as me. But yeah, man, knowledge is something else. And honestly, I would be afraid to have that much knowledge. Because I already am gaining knowledge just by listening to the people who I listen to. But I'm like, I wouldn't want to have that much knowledge because it's, once you know something, you can't unknow it. And it's to the point where it can become scary if you're not aware, you could say. If you're not ready for that type of knowledge, it could be a poison. Because it could be frightening when you find out stuff like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have never saw that before. Or I wish so-and-so never told me that before. That's how some parents traumatize their kids. They tell their kids stuff that kids have no business knowing, at least until they're much older. And then once your parents tell you something, they can't untell you. It's like once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once someone shows you that you've been lied to about something and they reveal the truth to you, you can't unsee the truth. Even if you want to, the damage is already said and done. So let's say you're in a state where, not a physical state like Illinois, let's say you're in a state of mind to where you're in the Matrix, right? You've been living a lie your whole life. And then someone comes up to you and says, hey, you're living a lie. And you're like, no, I'm not. And then this person's like, actually, yeah, you are. I'm going to show you the truth right here. And the truth is so shocking, you don't want to accept it, but you know it's true deep down. Well, now you can't undo what this person showed you. Which that's kind of how I woke up, you could say politically. It was during the COVID mess, 2020, but during 2020, that's how I woke up to a lot of what's going on. And it was like intriguing, but it was exciting, but it was kind of frightening at the same time. But once that happened, I couldn't go back to believe in what I used to believe. That's just crazy. So yeah, be careful with knowledge, people. Really. I mean, and then there's some people who, they do what's called gaslighting. That's when they force knowledge on you without your permission. And they don't even know it to be true, but they do it anyway because they want to convince you what they believe. I consider that gaslighting. But I found truth because I was looking for it. I swear it was during COVID when a lot was going on and I was out on the internet just seeking what the hell's going on. And then I woke up. Yeah, man. Are you guys ready for these shout outs? It's been 55 minutes. We got 7 people up in here. Why don't I read my list first? Then I'll read the chat. Or the people in the chat, rather. And Enigma Fan is now a moderator. There were some other people who I was going to make into a mod. Let's Get Fit. We're going to make him a mod. Add. Yes. And I think there was someone else. Uno. We're going to make Uno into a mod as well. Yes, we will. Which is funny because he's one of the people I'm shouting out today on the Gregatron show. And if you're not here, that's fine. I'll tag you in the live stream so you can go back and hear your shout out later. Or maybe I'll clip this up, who knows. Alright. I wanted to start with Stardust Dreamers. With a Z. Stardust Dreamers. That's how I pronounce her name. I don't say Dreamers. It's Dreamers. And this is live, so there's no special effects when I bring up the person's channel and write the little name. We're live, buddy. We out here. So Stardust Dreamers is very, very, very positive. And she's always smiling. I think her face is just stuck in a smiling position because I've never seen her frown. I don't know if she knows how to frown because she's that positive, right? She's awesome. I went live a couple of weeks ago and she was here and she said she was tired or she had a headache or something, so she was going to go lie down. And I was like, hold on a second. I said, before you go, I'm going to dedicate this set to you. And then she's like, okay, Greg's making me stay. I'm like, that's right. So I get on the bench, whatever I was doing that day. So I said, this one's for you. But anyway, real nice lady. Just the word to describe her would be positive. And you could say her channel is kid friendly, but that's just her personality. She's similar to me in the sense that she wants to keep stuff PG, but at the same time, she wants to be herself. We talked about this in the comment section on one of our videos. Basically, we want everybody to be able to watch our channels, whether it be kids, adults, teenagers, old people, men, women, black people, white people, tall people, short people, Jews, Christians, atheists, Mormons, rabbis, priests, popes, whatever. She's like me in the sense that nerds can watch her channel, musicians can watch her channel, people who like art can watch her channel, people who like food. Anybody, for the most part, can watch her channel and get something out of it. Something. So lately, she and I have been really clicking in that way. So that started as dreamers. And I thought of that because when we had that conversation, it reminded me of my own channel. Because both of our channels are kind of PG. I say kind of, because I will talk about some stuff. But alright, viewer discretion is advised. Alright, I had to get that out of the way because that's my girl. Next, Marissa J. Marissa J, she cool. She's pretty much that cool A-word girl who you work with, who is real funny and talks a lot of stuff. And she's to the point now where if I see her, I'm getting prepared mentally. Because I know she's going to say some stuff. I'm like, okay. Marissa's getting started. She's getting on a roll. She's about to say some stuff. You just have to embrace. It's kind of like when you get on a roller coaster. You have to put the harness in and shake it, make sure it's secure before you take off. You have to make sure you're buckled in securely when you're listening to Marissa, because she's going to say some stuff in that video. Not necessarily offensive stuff, but stuff that really throws you off your A game. Like, I did not know this woman was going to say this. Or I find myself saying, I can't believe she said that. This woman is crazy as HE double hockey sticks. But yeah, she's hilarious. And I've talked about both of these ladies in the past. But I got to keep the shout outs going, because these are my people. Speaking of keeping it going, let's get to Corey. Who remembers Corey? Corey Lavelle. This dude, just all around outstanding gentleman. You could really say, is a genuine friend. And I noticed recently he's commenting on a lot of my videos. I'm like, man, I didn't even know Corey would see this. But he's very adamant about leaving a comment, and I'm thankful for that. And I don't know, he's really letting people know that he is their people. And he makes videos of his own using AI to recreate us, the characters who he knows, whether it be turning us into action figures or superheroes or whatever. But yeah, he has a lot of good input in the comments section, for sure. Yeah, Corey is a real A-word person, a true person. That's for sure. And you don't have to ask if some of these people are real or not, because when you're having conversations with them, or when you see their videos, you're like, yeah, this is definitely a real person. Like me, y'all know I'm real. This can't be fake. Because nowadays you just don't know anymore. People were asking that when Sweetheart allegedly passed away, that people were like, was she even real? Was any of this even real? Because people never seen her on camera. That was a whole different discussion. I believe she was real by her voice messages. But yeah, Corey, damn good people. Alright. Moving on. We have End of Face, who is actually here right now. End of Face. End of Face, where you at? End of Face, if you're still here. He and I met. How did we meet? Was it Ghost of Tsushima? There he is. He had clips of Ghost of Tsushima, which is a video game. And I was in the process of getting the game. I hadn't got it yet, but I wanted to get it. Yeah, that's right. That's your buddy. That's your buddy. I was in the process of getting this video game, so I'm kind of looking it up, seeing how it is. End of Face, I commented on his video. He told me, make sure you get the director's cut. He said that. He said, trust me on this one. You'll enjoy it. I said, okay. I get the director's cut. My life has never been the same. Well, then we became friends on PlayStation. So I'll be playing Resident Evil and I'll screenshot what I'm doing or my high score or whatever. And I'll send it to his PlayStation account. So from PlayStation, we exchanged information. So I know End of Face is a real person because we have talked on the phone a few times about Resident Evil, actually. Because I'll call him up like, man, this game is crazy. And I got him on Dead Space. That's right. Dead Space, and I got Enigma fan 25. I got her on Dead Space too. So Enigma fan 25 and End of Face, they're good friends. They've been friends for a long time. And I got on her through him. So we're all in the same bubble when it comes to some of these games. But yeah, I tell people we became friends from Ghost of Tsushima, basically. Because it's cool when people upload videos about this stuff. But it's another thing when we actually get to talking about it. Because there are people who upload videos, but they don't respond to the comments. But it's cool when they respond to the fans, the comments. And we've just been cool ever since. Between Ghost of Tsushima and Resident Evil, and you could throw Dead Space in there now. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dead Space. Oh yeah. That's good stuff right there. Alright. Next, Munchies with Jazz. How could I leave her out? She is amazing. Always cooking. Always in the kitchen. She went live yesterday and she was cooking ham. She had a big old slice of ham, probably that thick. And she's frying it. And she had all the good spices. And I can tell she can cook by the way she explains it. You can see her cooking it. But in all honesty, I just like listening to her talk. I like listening to her voice. Like, the cooking is cool, but I like listening to her. I like her little voice. I like the way she says certain things. I'm gonna cut my bananas up, and I'm gonna put this in a blender. She talks like she's the host of a children's show. Like she's teaching little kids how to cook. Not saying she's talking down at us, but that's just the way she talks. She talks like a kindergarten teacher trying to teach kids how to make dinner. But yeah, I really like Jazz. She's amazing. Joe Vaughn, shout out. He's cool people. He also has a show related to cooking and whatnot and camping. He's always out camping. Yeah. I don't know if he lives in his vehicle or if he just does that for camping and stuff. But he's always outdoors, it seems. And I'm pretty sure he has 2 different YouTube channels, at least. But Joe Vaughn, he's always on Jazz's channel. And I'll put these people in the description box. Because I think the name of his channel is Joe Vaughn Eats. So they're both related to food. And I met him through her. Jazz, that is. So it's Munchies. You got the Munchies. Munchies with Jazz. And then it's Joe Vaughn Eats. So it's nice to be around people who like food. Because food is good. I mean, don't get too excited about food. Don't be a glutton. But kind of like Mr. Matt, it's good to know people who can cook. You know what I'm saying? Because they can actually show you some stuff. They explain how they cook. So shout out to them. Speaking of Mr. Mad, I didn't even have him on here, but yeah. Shout out to him too. Shout out to Mr. Mad. Crash Zero, you're on the list too. Okay, One Take Uno. He was here earlier. He was one of the first people, actually. Sure was. One Take Uno. He's cool peeps. Also a good friend of Jazz and Corey and others. We all, in a sense, run around the same people. Even if we don't see one another's channels as much, we still see the main channel that we all come together to see, if that makes sense. So I am grateful that you guys are here. Alright. We have a shout out for Kira Bay, who I think is live as we speak. I think that's what popped up in my notifications. She's one of the coolest women on YouTube. She's cool. And when I'm talking to her in the chat, it's like you're listening to her like you're talking on the phone with her. She's cool. She'll do a little bit of cooking in her videos, but she used to do a lot of art in her videos. But lately she does a lot of just talking. Just talking. Yeah. Check out Crash Zero. Cursed Zero, that's a different person. I'll get to you here shortly. Crash Zero. I'm going down my list. But yeah, Kira Bay, she's funny. She's funny in more of a dark humor way. But I like when she just busts out laughing. Whenever she laughs, it makes me laugh. So I'm like, this woman is stupid. This woman is straight ignorant. Now, she will block your A word. She will. If you come on there talking stupid. Because some people, they do that. They don't care. They say anything. There's this movement right now. I don't know how it started, but a lot of trolls now, if a troll is on a woman's page, he'll automatically ask, "Are you a man?" So she'll block people like that. Well, I've come to the conclusion that these trolls, they're asking this because low key, not even low key, but high key, I think they're homosexual. Which, if that's what you're into, you live your life. That's fine by me. But why would you go on a woman's page and ask a woman if she's a man? So I told Kira, I was like, well, they want you to be a man. That way maybe they'll feel less gay. But no, they want these women on here to be men. That's why they're on their page talking stuff. What kind of question is that? Yeah, but they're gay. That's all it is. I ain't talking bad about gay people. I'm just saying. What man asks a woman on the internet, are you a man? What? Meaning they're into transgenders. That's what they're into. Ridiculous. All right. Can you click on my username? Crash Zero. They will subscribe when they're ready. Trust me. Y'all are all mods for the most part. Y'all have the freedom and the capacity to go on each other's page. Alright? They will find you. Okay. I gotta give a shout out to Lin Yan Chin. My boy. Lin Yan Chin has been in the comments for some time. Not right now, but in my video comments. It's always good to see Lin Yan Chin. He's a fan of The Hake Report and Jesse Lee Peterson. He's been supporting their shows for years now. So now that I see Lin Yan Chin on my channel, I'm like, man, this means a lot to me. I got Lin Yan Chin watching Gregatron. That's crazy. That is insane. It means a lot to me when I see people like Lin Yan Chin, like Tar Baby Yoda. Okay, Yoda, question. Why are you using this channel instead of your normal channel? Because you're supposed to be a moderator on your normal. You're actually a super moderator, right? So what happened to your other channel, Yoda? You must have said some off-the-wall stuff and got yourself banned for 2 weeks. Am I right? Because Yoda is known to say some stuff. I'm glad you're here too, the body beat down, because I have a shout out coming for you too. But yeah, Tar Baby Yoda, Lin Yan Chin, all the good people from Bond, whether it be Jesse Lee Peterson or The Hake Report or whatever. It's cool when I see those people over here. Because that's how I know a lot of them. A lot of them would have never found me had it not been for the Bond network. Bond is the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. Yes, thank you. Happy birthday to y'all too, whenever your birthday is. I saw you misspelled it, but you're good. I know what you were writing. You don't have to retract your statement. Sometimes your thumbs slip. Or you hit the enter button too soon on accident. But yeah, I get it. I like to be professional too in my chat. I try to have good punctuation. You're saying sweetheart isn't dead? Okay. I hope not. If you find anything, let me know. Yeah, we all love sweetheart. Alright? Anyway. We got Lin Yan Chin, we got Tar Baby Yoda. Next, Shout out to the Hake Report. My boy is back. And I think he's live right now. Depending on what time it is. Finally. The Hake Report, man, we've been holding down the fort. We've been holding down the fort in your absence, sir. Speaking of holding down the fort, I made a video impersonating the Hake Report. Oh, so he's not going live? I know he came back to do the super chats. Nick is instead. Yoda, I don't believe Sweetheart's gone either. I think she's coming back. We talked about it earlier on this stream. Basically, allegedly, her family member reached out to Jazz via email weeks ago. So, but yeah, the Hake Report, I just did an impersonation. If Hake is live right now, let me know, because I'll listen later when I'm at work. I just couldn't wait to do this live stream because I work in a few hours. And I'm not even finished with the Jesse Lee Peterson show yet, to be honest. So Hake, I just made an impersonation of him, alright? Where I say I disavow, I disclaim, info may be false. Info may be false on the Hake Report. So Hake, he's the dude who I get some of my news from. I say some of my news because info may be false. Disclosure, that's what he says in every episode. Disclosure, disclaimer. Basically everything this man says has the capacity to be false. I hope she is. Oh yeah. I hope she's coming back too. But his show is so funny in the sense that you're supposed to be a news source. You're supposed to be a trustworthy source. But he himself will say all the time, info may be false. Take what you hear with a grain of salt. Don't try and sue me. Don't take me at my word, which I get. He's right about that. Do your own research. I just find it hilarious that he doesn't have a definitive thought about anything. He'll say his opinion on something and then say either info may be false or something like that. Or allegedly. That's the big one. Allegedly. Because he doesn't want to get caught, slipping. Because people will twist your words and they will use your words against you. So I get it. But it's like, dude, we get it. You don't have to disavow everything. Just talk. But when you're famous, you have to understand people will try to twist your words up, chop them up, put them back together out of order. But I don't take Hake that seriously to even do something like that. Like, does he have enemies? Sure, who will say, well, you said. So that's why he has to say, well, I could be wrong. And he'll openly say, I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't know what you're talking about. And you don't even know what you're talking about. So he'll say stuff like that. But it's hilarious. Yes, in the face. Thanks for stopping by, sir. It has been a great stream. And you got your shout out, yes. You sure did. Good, man. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your shift. Yeah, it's a high of 82 degrees here. I'm trying to stay cool. I'm gonna wear this shirt to work. I say, oh, Ethan Hawke is here. Hello, sir. Your shout out is coming up too. We're in the process of doing shout outs. You must be on your lunch break. So Yoda, tell me what happened to your other channel. Because I don't want to make two different Yodas into a mod. I mean, you're already a mod. So what they do? Kick you out? Ban you? But anyway, yeah, Hake, he's a trip. He's something. Alright, great, John. We have American Horror Story 98. What's AHS? Is that American Horror Story? 98 degrees here with a feel of 112. I'm sorry, what state do you live in? Remind me. But yeah, let's continue. I gotta give a shout out to Big Bump. Big Bump be in the comment section at times. I'm like, oh, look at this, it's Big Bump. Okay, Alabama, yeah, that makes sense, Alabama. But yeah, I'm like, it's Big Bump. It's a pleasure to see you, sir. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. It's always a pleasure to see the good sir. Not Shreveport, Shreverport. Joel, he black. Shreverport, guys. Shreverport. It was Shreverport, and what was the other one? Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas. But yeah, Big Bump, he's good at that music stuff. And he's my favorite guest when it comes to the Hake Report. I'm always intrigued with the stuff that he brings into the show. Always excited to hear what he has, what he brings, what he adds to the program. Yep, Arkansas, where R. Kelly lives. Well, R. Kelly lives in prison, that's for sure. My only thing is, how did it take so long to lock that guy up? Like, that guy was doing that type of stuff when I was still a kid. You know what I'm saying? That was over 20 years ago. That chick that did the handshake. Yeah. That's, you know, it's funny you say that, Terry. Because with this whole Carmelo Anthony thing, there's people who are out there saying, free Carmelo, free Carmelo. And whenever they say free Carmelo, I'd be like, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. Remember the Boondocks episode? So yeah. Enigma just said, and Gregatron, just to let you know, Enderface and I are siblings. Oh, that's your brother? I call him Buddy. And is that your real brother in real life? Or are you just pulling my leg? Because if that's true, I did not know that was your brother. I mean, he's my brother too. He's my brother in Christ. All you people are my brothers and sisters in Christ. But are you saying you have the same parents? That's crazy. Oh, okay, you're like family, right? Because you said he's friends with your husband, right? He's like a brother. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think you were actually siblings in real life. Which, if you are, that's fine. But if you're not, that's cool too. But I consider a lot of y'all my family anyway. If you're here in the chat, you're my family. That's why all y'all are mods. As far as I know. There's not one person here who is not a mod. Except for Yoda, because Yoda's already a mod on his other channel. And he's a super mod, by the way. Yoda is the only person who has Super Saiyan abilities as a moderator. I call him Buddy for being my brother, not Buddy. Okay. If you don't think about it, it makes more sense. There you go. It's good to see Yoda and Terry and Jamie. It's like the Terry show all over again. We're all here. Looks like the gang's all here. And we had Golden Rule TV up in here. Shout out. Let's shout him out too. We just shouted out Big Bump. Golden Rule TV, which I'll get to him too in the chat list. I want to give a shout out to the Misfit Nation. That's Krishan the Don and Skrilla? I think that's how you say it, Skrilla, which is a cool name. Krishan the Don is his show, and he has a co-host named Skrilla. I think that's how you pronounce it. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know down below. Skrill Keel. Okay, so there's no A at the end. Skrill. Okay, thank you, Pinocchio. But yeah, Krishan, low-key, can I be honest? Krishan the Don, he's really good at running his show. His show really flows in such a way. I'm like, this mother lover can talk. Like, this mother lover has a lot to say. And probably one of the best things about his show is the duo aspect of it. Like, Krishan is really good on his end when it comes to flowing. But Skrills, Mr. Matt just texted me. I'm shouting you out too, G. I already shouted Mr. Matt out, but I'll shout you out for sure. But Skrills, LOL, that's the most pleasant part of the game. Oh. Yeah, he's responding. Just wait till you hit. Oh, God. We're talking about Resident Evil 2. But, so Krishan and Skrill, they're like the perfect duo. I'm like, they're really good at this, working together. I don't see many duos that are like that tight. And I genuinely feel as if they're friends in real life. Like it's just two buddies talking to each other on the phone. And I have a couple buddies who are like that, who will just talk stuff on the phone. And I really get that from them. Like, they're good at this. And whenever Krishan is like, you could say lacking, Skrills will come in and pick it up. It's like volleyball. He'll hit the ball back up, and then Krishan will keep the ball going. So whenever one of them gets slow, the other one will pick it back up to make sure the ball is always in the air. I'm like, man, they're good at that. And it's not ever a stale moment thanks to the other person. Because you can say, like my show, for example, I ain't gonna lie, it can get stale. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'll sometimes forget what I'm gonna say, or I'll run out of things to say, or I'll fill in some BS with some more BS. But with them, they don't have that problem because there's two of them. And the other one always picks up where the other one left off. And then the other one will pick up where the other one left off. That's what a conversation is. But it's just really, I really like the way they do it. And I didn't even think I would like their show that much. I knew I was gonna like it to a degree, but I didn't know I would like it that much. Like I also like it because it's late night, and yeah, they curse, they be cursing. So it's like the rated R version of the Hake Report, kind of. It's like if Big Bump and if Hake had a night show, and if they cursed, that's what the Misfit Nation would be. Oh, they curse. But they laugh a lot, and it'd be funny, and it's refreshing. It is refreshing. Yes. I can talk longer, but let's keep this going. How about Greg Lifts? Another Greg, a fellow Greg. And I believe this man lives in Canada. He's more of a power lifter. He does a lot of deadlifts and a lot of squats. And I also like his gym setup. Real good setup. But he'd be in the comment section quite a bit. So thank you to Greg Lifts. And shout out to the people in Canada. Canada. And I think we're close to the same age. Some people you can't tell their age unless they tell you. I would say he's in his 30s. Alright? Okay. Speaking of lifts, he was just here. Y'all just seen him. The Body Beatdown. He too showed up for my birthday. Shout out. The motorcycles are out, folks. I didn't want to talk through that because you wouldn't have been able to hear me. There's a rule for radio. It's like you can't have any more than 9 seconds of dead air. Is it 7 seconds or 9 seconds? I'll have to ask Hake. But that's real radio etiquette. You're not supposed to be silent for a certain amount of time because people tune out. Now, in the past, I asked you guys a question, and I said, oh, I'll wait. And I was silent. I did like a moment of silence in my video because I really wanted to know this response from y'all. And people were in the chat like, why isn't Greg talking? I'm like, because I said I'll wait. I'll wait. But no, if you're on the radio, that's unprofessional. You're supposed to find a way to keep talking. You can't just leave dead air. But if that motorcycle's going to be that loud, I'm going to have some dead air up in here. Because it's not really dead air. There's motorcycle engines in the background. Anyway, who was I talking about? The Body Beatdown, yes. Good guy. Recently, maybe a month ago, about maybe 3 weeks ago, I made a video prescribing a workout for him to do, or no, that's not how it happened. Let me rewind. He made a video first of a workout he did, then I did the exact same workout, but some of it was just with lighter weight. In my video, I mentioned how he inspires me. He then made a response video to my response video saying how important it is to inspire people and what it means to him to inspire people. And basically that's what YouTube is all about, inspiring people. And his video was like 5-6 minutes. But we always tag each other in our videos so we know it's for that person, right? And I do have videos where I won't just tag one person, I'll tag 12 of y'all. Because I'm like, well, this person might want to see this. That person might want to see this. Right? So, shout out to the Buddy Beatdown. I've been watching him for maybe a year, maybe longer. And vice versa. The first time I saw his channel, I was actually at work. I was taking my break. I go on my phone. I'm like, who's this guy? What's this? He was live. He was going live right at that time. And he was doing some crazy workout. I'm like, this dude's pretty strong. Okay. And I jump in the chat. And I'm pretty sure he responded to my chats. I'm like, let me subscribe to this dude and see what's going on. Because he's got some strength. And some knowledge. And then we just started chatting off and on. And now we're friends. All thanks to this one workout stream. But what we do, we kind of mimic one another. We copy each other. And that's what happened the most recently. He said, I want you, meaning me. He said, I want you to pick a workout now for me to do. I said, okay. And me and Arizona Jake, we're kind of the same way, kind of. We mimic one another in the right way. Not mimic, like we're making fun of each other. We mimic in the sense that we want to be like one another. That's dope. Okay. And since I just said Arizona Jake, shout out to him too. We talked about Jake earlier. He's the bicycle guy. The bicycle guy, he's the gym guy. The man with the glasses. Never has on a shirt. That guy. Always exercising. Always being fit. And he is another person who inspires me. Low-key, he talks crazy. He talks crazy. He doesn't curse very often. He will, but not a whole lot. But he's comical as well. In his own way. His humor is a little different. But he's a good person. Bottom line. And I like his show because his wife will be in the background. And you can hear her talking. And she's not like nagging or anything like that. She's not that type of wife. This is a good wife. But she's like, you could say the support character. And she might get on camera once in a blue moon. But I like how you can kind of hear her in the background. He's talking to her. Then he's talking to us. Or what he'll do, he'll step away for a minute. And then the wife, she'll take the phone. Or she's already on it on her phone. So then she's reading to him what the chat's saying. And he's responding in the other room. Because when he goes live, he's in his house. So he's doing stuff around the house. So he'll be in here, then he'll go in that room, but you can still hear his voice. But then you can hear her voice on this side. So you can hear two different people from two different angles. It's just a different dynamic. It's a husband and wife dynamic. And when you listen to them talk to each other, it sounds so natural, like this is clearly a married couple, because I could just feel the connection, the way they're talking to each other. It's like, yeah, they're definitely a happily married couple. And I love to see that. They get along so well. And it's not like they're putting on a front for YouTube. Because it's not that type of channel where the couple sits next to each other and they talk to the camera, or one talks to the camera and the other one just sits there and nods. Then the other one starts talking and the other one sits there and nods. It's not like that at all. It's just about Jake talking stuff and then she's in the background giving her 2 cents, and then he's bouncing off of her 2 cents, and then she might respond back. But I do like when she reads the chat when he steps away. That way she keeps him updated on what's going on. And he works on his bike a lot when he's doing his videos because he's showing us how these bicycles work. Alright. So that's Arizona Jake. Let's get to Limit Breaker Joseph, who I haven't seen in the chat today, which is fine. He can watch later. Good guy. Good guy. Overall good guy. Real strong dude. Dude's arms are freaking... His arms look like tires on a car or something. I'm like, dude, how much food do you eat? I mean, dude's just big. Big. But he has a big spirit. When he's in the gym, I can feel that spirit just inspiring, you could say. Really. I'm like, dang, man, this dude is throwing these heavy weights up like they're lightweight, and they're not. One thing I noticed, Limit Breaker Joseph, he shows love to those 50-pound dumbbells. Whether it be curling it, hammer curling it, shoulder pressing it, he's a big advocate of those 50-pounders. I'm like, dude, did you even warm up? Or are the 50-pound dumbbells your warm-up? Because he's curling those things for reps like they're 20s. I'm like, dude, this man is too dang strong. This man is too strong. But he inspires me to get stronger. And I like when he goes live too, because his computer will speak for the chat. He has this setting on his laptop to where if I say, "What's up?" the laptop will say, "Gregatron, what's up?" That way he doesn't have to read the chat. He can hear it while he's working out. And they respond accordingly. But yeah, good guy, good spirit, good heart, and good inspiration. And most of all, he's a good friend. Good guy. And we've been watching one another for maybe 2, maybe 3 years. 2 or 3 years, give or take. That's Limit Breaker Joseph. But he goes by a different name now. He calls himself Physical Beast something. Okay. We got Terry and Jamie, who we talked about earlier. But yeah, these two, speaking of friends, these two are probably some of my closest friends on YouTube. And we're friends in real life. Shout out. I was talking about the wedding earlier and all the things we did. And I didn't even mention all the things we did because we did so much. That'll be a different stream, I promise, where I talk about the wedding and only the wedding. But they're just really good people. They're fantastic. Most of all, they love God. They both really love God. And I love to see that. And I know this marriage is going to work. Divorce is impossible because they both put God first. So when you do that, you have nothing to worry about in your marriage. If both parties are putting God first, you can't fail, because God told us we're not supposed to put anything over Him. But this marriage is going to work. Yes, it will. And they're just really good people. And they're actually perfect for one another. I remember before Terry was married, or before she was even with Ethan Hawke, I call him Ethan Hawke, there were different guys in the chat who kind of had a crush on Terry, you could say. They kind of had a crush on her, but they weren't like serious about it. But when Ethan Hawke showed up, all that changed. It's like it was prevalent that he was the guy, and all these other guys were not serious. So it's a good thing he did show up, because the other guys who had a crush on her, they weren't taking that stuff seriously. They were just there, or they would friend zone themselves, because I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad Ethan Hawke came into the picture. That was my family in the group chat. But yeah, shout out to both Terry and Jamie individually and together. If you're just now tuning in, we're doing shout outs. I see people popping in and out of here. Don't just pop in and not say nothing. At least say what up and then scroll. But yeah, we're shouting out. If you're going to show up, at least say happy birthday to a brother. Don't just show up and then leave. What kind of... People today have no manners. You see the title of the video. You see what we're talking about over here. At least be like, hey, nice gym. Pew. But no, they just show up and then leave. Mother lover. I'm just joking. At least say happy birthday. Shoot. Anyway, Terry and Jamie, they're like this. This. Look at it. Yeah, but those two I could talk about all day, which I did that earlier, but I gotta keep this stuff moving. It's been almost 2 hours. Okay. How about the real Ric Flair? This man has a workout channel, and he's also pretty strong. His channel reminds me a little bit of Greg Lifts. They know each other as well. The real Ric Flair, he also goes live at times. And he'll go live playing his little video game, whatever it might be. But he makes it known that he's out there too. Because I see him in my notifications. And lately he has been tagging me in some stuff. Yes, he has. So shout out to... when you tag somebody, when it's in your notifications, it says so-and-so mentioned you, which is the same thing as tagging. So... it's nice when people tag you. That way you are guaranteed to see it. Because I'm subscribed to 1 million mother lovers, but I don't see any of them. Because there's just too many channels out there. But if someone tags you, then the person is at least guaranteed to get it in their notifications. Alright? Okay. That would be the real Ric Flair. Next, the one and only, he's already here, Crash Zero. Oh, what up, Mr. Mad? Yeah, I meant to let you know I was going live. What up, though, G Money? Happy birthday, amigo. Don't know you was also... Wait, hold on. Didn't know you was also my birthday. When's your birthday? Is it today? Mine is in, a couple of days. Okay. Cool. My buddy, his is on the 28th. I have another buddy, his was on the 23rd. So, a lot of times we celebrate together. This year, I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm probably going to get a massage on Sunday. I got a touch base with my masseuse. But I'm probably gonna get a massage on Sunday, and hopefully I don't have to work on Saturday. But I'll see. I really need this weekend to myself. And then I think the following weekend we're gonna celebrate my niece, because her birthday is the 30th, right? But yeah, Mr. Mad, do you understand what I'm saying about RE2? Resident Evil 2 is like, everything in this game, this whole game is just one big puzzle. I can't believe this. Everything leads to something else. You want to go in this door, be like, oh, I can't go in this door. I had to find the key first. I had to go all the way over here to get this key. But before I get that key, I had to get this object in order to get through these walls. I had to get some, what's that thing that blows stuff up? Some dynamite or something. Or some C4. And the C4 doesn't work until I find a 9-volt battery. So the 9-volt battery gets equipped to the C4 to blow up the wall. Then you go over there, find the key. Now you have to go way back over here, go through that door. That door leads to this object. This object attaches to this object, like the lever for the jack. Then once you work the jack, the bookshelf comes back down. Now you can shift the bookshelf. Now once the bookshelf is shifted, now you can walk on top of the bookshelf to go to this area. It's like, this is crazy. I ain't never seen a game like this. Never. Where the whole game is just one big puzzle. And then the enemies, they don't give you any ammo when you kill them. Now, usually in like the Resident Evil games, the ones I played, 4 and 5, usually when you kill somebody, they'll at least give you some health or some ammo. Not in Resident Evil 2. Nope, they don't give you nothing. You have to go find some gunpowder and then combine that gunpowder with a different object to create your own ammo. But they don't just give you ammo like that. Ammo, if they give you ammo, it's in a locker somewhere. Then you have to figure out the combination to the locker. I'm like, this is some BS, man. I feel like they don't want you to beat that game. They really don't. Or there's this area in the police station where there's a stash full of weapons, but you can't access the weapons because the keypad is missing certain keys. So you gotta go find the keys to put back on the keypad to put the code in just to unlock the weapons. I'm like, why don't you just take the gun and just bust the dang safety? It's one of those massage, oh God, here we go. Is it one of those massage parlors where you gotta ring the front doorbell? No. I texted you back, LOL. Just, yeah, I saw your text. I saw it, LOL. Says the name, the Resident Evil, that's Resident Evil for you. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what makes me into the new RE remake games, because I came from the Silent Hill background. Okay, so Enigma Fan 25, I want you to meet Mr. Mad. If you haven't already, you two subscribe to each other. When I post a post about Resident Evil, I usually tag Mr. Mad and Face, because these two are some of the biggest Resident Evil fans I know. Enigma Fan 25, she's also a big fan of Resident Evil, and she's good friends with Face. So with that said, make sure you two get acquainted, because y'all know more about the stuff than I do. I've only played 4 and 5 and a little bit of 6, and now I'm on 2. But you two make sure you get acquainted because I want you to be in the club, Mr. Mad, with us. Because in the face, he goes live and we be talking about that stuff. So how about next time In the Face goes live, I'm going to send it to you. That way we can all talk about it. But yeah, Resident Evil 2, you saw my text message, man. That's some BS, man. I'm like, the whole game can't be a puzzle. Like, there's times I just want to go around and shoot zombies. They're like, nah. You got to solve this. You have to get through these doors first. You have to get into this area first. Find an item, then go all the way back to this other area. I'm like, you bastards. You SOBs. I feel so bad for Leon Kennedy. It's his first day on the job. He's a rookie. I'm like, this is insane, man. I say, y'all wrong for this. And I'm trying to imagine a kid playing this on PS2 back in the day. I'm like, ain't no way I would have figured this out as a child. Ain't no way. So a lot of the times I find myself just going on YouTube like, what's the locker combination to the West whatever room? Yeah. There's so many safes and combinations and the statue where you gotta get the 3 things, the 3 orbs. Once you get them, then you have to, sometimes you gotta rotate them depending on, man. A game like that, I have to put everything off to the side just to play that stuff properly. I can't be on my phone. If I am, I'm looking up how to do something. It's like, you can't be preoccupied if you're going to play RE2. You just can't, like, you really have to be tuned in. You really do. And what I do, I find myself, I was like, I got to turn it off. Because there's just so much information and there's so much going on to where I'm like, man, I can't. So I'll turn it off, come back tomorrow when I'm fresh. I'm like, oh, this is what I need to do. Oh, how did I miss that? Because if you just play it straight, you'll lose your mind. So I know Leon Kennedy is losing his mind. Because that stuff is crazy. Anyway, that's Mr. Mad, people. And the Enigma fan 25 shot her out too. And, oh my gosh, ammo is scarce. No, I never played Metroid, but yeah. I'm to the point now where I don't even shoot the zombies anymore if I don't have to. I just run around them. I just run around them because I'm like, I ain't got but 21 bullets left. You know what I'm saying? Now, once I get some shotgun shells established, then I'll use a little bit more ammo. But if I have nothing but handgun ammo left, I'm like, no, I'm not using any of this. I'm not running around with 0 bullets. I'm not doing it. They're just going to have to kill me, then I respawn or load game or whatever. I'm like, I'm not using up all my ammo in this damn game. That's crazy. Anyway, what are y'all saying? The remake of Resident Evil 1 on GameCube was really good. Okay, Yoda. Oh, that's Cowboy Baby Yoda. That's a different Yoda. What's up? So, okay, while you're here, Cowboy Baby Yoda, You said you have no relation to Tar Baby Yoda? If you do, please tell us your relation. And if there's no relation, how did you pick that name? I'm just curious. Because Yoda was here. Is Yoda still here? He was. That's why I thought you were him. Greg hasn't played all the games, so I can't say too much about. That's fine. Just add each other and hit each other up in the comment section, because you two and End of Face, the three of y'all know more about Resident Evil than anybody who I know personally. So I'm really behind on it. So I really need to get caught up, because I want to be with you guys. I want to understand this stuff. It's different for you guys because y'all grew up on this stuff, man. I didn't play it till I was in high school. I was like 15 when I played 5. So that means I missed out on 4 Resident Evil games and the ones in between. So I'm just now playing 2, and I just beat 4 like a month ago. I beat 4 twice, by the way. I hope you're proud of me. But I really like the pacing in 4. But 2, I'm just like, sons of B words. I probably should have played 2 first. But I ain't gonna lie, 4 was that stuff. 4 really is that stuff. And I like how in 2, Leon sounds so young. He sounds like a kid. You know he's a rookie because it's 6 years prior. And then he sounds all mature by the time 4 comes around. But yeah, he sounds so nicey nice. And number 2, all young. He's got his little, looks like a chili bowl haircut, dang near. Anyway, I'm missing all these chats. Do you watch Jesse Lee Peterson? Okay, so Yoda is still here. So Yoda and Cowboy Yoda, I want you two to get acquainted. So you two don't know each other? Nope, he says. I don't know Tar Baby, but I have seen him before. I'm just a big Star Wars fan. Okay, that's interesting. I swear I thought this was his 3rd channel. That's amazing. Make sure you two get acquainted, alright? Because we need both Yodas on board. It's interesting because neither one of you is trying to be the other person. It's just simply a username. Like Greg Lifts and Gregatron. Different Gregs. I'm just glad both of my Yodas are here. Speaking of being here, hold on a second. Let me make this dude a moderator. Standard. And Tar Baby Yoda, he's already a moderator. His other channel. That's cool, Cowboy. We are 2. We are 2 what? No. He says, I don't know Tar Baby, but... Oh, he's a big Star Wars fan. Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. Me too, he says. Once you get to know the game very well, you'll realize you have way too much ammo, even to kill every single enemy. Man... Do you remember when we were in high school, when we would have sleepovers and whatnot, and we would have marathons of different shows, or play different games? I wish we could just co-op. Because even if you play on live or online, it's not the same. Like, I wish Mr. Mad could sit on my couch and say, okay, amigo, this is the part where such and such, this is what you need to do. I wish he could talk me through it. Because this stuff is ridiculous. But when I play this stuff by myself, which you're supposed to play it by yourself, it's a single player game, I'm like, damn, this sucks, man. So that's why I use the word, I said it's BS. I'm not saying it's a BS game. It's a great game. I'm just saying this is some BS, man. I can't believe they put this much into this dang on game. I feel like I'm playing, remember Saw? S-A-W, Saw? And I'm just trying to escape. But I can't get out unless if I do all these things first. And I'm constantly looking at my map so I don't get lost. Resident Evil 2 is one of the craziest things I've ever seen done for a game. I tried to compare it to Batman Arkham Asylum, but like Arkham Asylum was not even this damn puzzly and intense. I'm like, man. Anyway, like I said, Enigma Fan and Mr. Mad, we're gonna talk about this stuff the further I get into this stuff. Y'all just can't give stuff away at the moment, but get acquainted with each other. Enigma Fan, do you go live when it comes to Resident Evil? Because if so, let me know. Or tell me in the face to let me know. But we do talk about that stuff. The Force is strong. Yeah, Pinocchio, can you believe there's 2 Yodas? Can you believe it? Jason Lee Peterson is kind of funny. Yeah, Jason. Look at that. The Yodas are communicating. Not all, but most of us are Jason Lee Peterson folks. Yeah, you could say that. The new ends like Jamie, Daniel, Zealous Den, Bruce, Clay, and the Proverbs guy don't appreciate JLP like us. Yeah, but you can't hold that against them. Mason. And Name a Fan says, I don't know. Or no, I don't, she says. No, you don't what? I like all of them, says Yoda. I don't do... Oh, okay. You don't do gaming live. I just make video. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. The universe is... Yeah, can you believe it? Pinocchio, what do you think? Do you think I should shut this stream down? Because we have 2 different Yodas who are getting along, becoming friends. I think it's going to create a black hole. That's what I think. It's possible. Dang right, says Pinocchio. Oh, you think Pinocchio is trolling y'all? Greg, ask Interface how much I look like. I look at my maps. Well, you probably haven't memorized to where you don't need to look at your maps. I'm in a family chat. I gotta get these shout-outs in. I say Crash Zero, right? Did I say Crash Zero? He's here. Shout-outs. He comments on a lot of my videos. A lot. Yes, I do have to look at them a lot still. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, Batman Arkham Asylum, you don't need to look at your map that much. You're like, okay, the library's over there on this side of the island or whatever. You're like, the infirmary is over here. But once you're there, that's the whole map, is the infirmary, or the library, or the insane institution area, whatever. But Resident Evil 2, you have to use your map just to know where the hell you are. It's like every 10 seconds I have to open up my map. Okay, which way? Which door am I supposed to go to get to that? Okay. I'm like, this is crazy. You guys ever play Eternal Darkness for GameCube? Can't say I have. Cowboy. I like your channel. Yeah, there he is. That's him. Crash Zero. I like your channel. I'm going to be more active. Okay. I'll be there. You can eat Cheesecake Factory later for your peeps. Yes! If I can find some Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. Okay. So this is Crash Zero. He's right here. Check him out. More good people. Why don't we go ahead and shout out Pinocchio's helicopter if we haven't. He's the AI musical genius. Yes, he is. He says, originally in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, more than one ranger of the same color in the same place causes the universe... excuse me. So unprofessional. Causes the universe to collapse or something like that. Then they did away with that. Okay, Pinocchio. Fair enough. Crash Zero says, I'm actually watching on my phone and TV at once. I do that sometimes with people. Or I'll have it on the TV, then I'll have the computer going so I can type. Just wait, you have played ones that already started naming rooms. Yeah, it'll say like West Office, East Office, you know, waiting area, library, Chief's office. I still haven't gotten to the Chief's office yet. Main hall. Yes. You're welcome, sir. And rest in peace to all the fallen Power Rangers. Yes, but shout out to Crash Zero. Shout out to Jager101. He's the guy who makes the McFarlane Toys videos. He keeps me posted on that. And I like his videos because they're like no more than 10 minutes. And he shows off all the great toys. The ones that are soon to come. And he has a really good concept on how he does things. It's like a voiceover, so you can't really see his face. It's all kind of picture based. But it's straight to the point. And he keeps everybody posted on what's dropping. So when I see some of this stuff at GameStop, I'm like, that's what he was talking about. That's cool. Yodas must unite. Like the Wonder Twins. Hey, Terry, can you believe we have two Yodas here at the same time? Isn't that amazing? I'm serious. Can you believe it? How did that even happen? And y'all didn't even know each other. That's crazy. That's like having two different Gregatrons in one room. We'd be pointing at each other like, you? No, you? You're not me. We do this. We like mirror each other. Hey Terry, note the time and the date. It's August 25th, 2026. And the time is roughly, approximately 1 p.m. For me it is. What am I on? Central Time? I get my time zones mixed up. But yeah, we need to note the date and the time where we had two Yodas together. That's crazy. I mean, if that's not a birthday present, I don't know what is. I mean, we got Terry, we got Crash Zero, we got End of Phase. Enigma Fan 25, Mr. Mad, Pinocchio's helicopter. That is my birthday present. You guys are my birthday present. My present is y'all's presents. It's true. Anyway, let's keep going. I met a new lady recently on YouTube by the name of Nicole Ray GLPL. I just call her Nicole, right? She's cool. Her story is interesting. Thank you. And someone else here said it was their birthday too earlier. If you're born in the summer, if you're born in August, this applies to you too. Happy birthday. But yeah, her story is interesting in the sense that she claims she lost 151 pounds and now she's on her journey to stay cut and trimmed. And she goes live quite a bit. Nicole. It's Nicole Ray, RAEGLPL. Nicole. Yes, indeed. And she's pretty down to earth. Her channel's kind of PG-13, but her chat kind of reminds me of some of y'all's chats. And I noticed, thanks to her and others, every chat has a Yoda in it. Not the name Yoda, but every chat has a character who is just like Yoda. I'm like, what the? Yes, press 1. Thank you, sir. I'm like, these people remind me of some of the people who I hang out with on Terry's show, or on this person's show, or on that person's show. That's why they say there's nothing new under the sun, right? And we all have our doppelgangers. There's some right now. There's 2 Yodas. I just don't understand how we got both Yodas together. Because the cowboy Yoda, I asked him weeks ago, I'm like, is this Tar Baby? He's like, no, but I've seen him before. I know who you're talking about. But I'd never seen them both at the same time. So now that they're both here, I'm like, they claim they're not the same person. They claim this is their first time getting acquainted. So I can't accuse them. Yeah, it's the multiverse. I can't accuse Yoda of saying, oh, you're just using 2 different accounts at the same time. No. Because the other one's like, no, we just met for the first time. It is multiverse stuff. That's a glitch in the Matrix. Yeah, it is, man. That's crazy. He says, hey, Mr. Matt, good to see you, brother. It's good to see all y'all, man. Yeah, man. So those are my shout outs. Unfortunately, it's already 1 o'clock here, and I got to go to work at 3:30. It only gives me 2 hours to eat and do whatever I need to do. But it's been, wow, 2.5 hours. That's longer than the Hake Report. Did Hake go live today or no? Did somebody say he's still not doing his show? The new Avengers movie coming in December, right? But yeah, Yoda calls Terry Berry. But before I leave, I'm still going to read who was here. Number 1 with 150 points. XP, that means health. 150 health. We have Pinocchio's helicopter. Number 2, we have Crash Zero, shout out. Number 3, the Enigma Fan 25, shout out. Number 4, we have The Good Woman, Terry Strange, shout out. We have Golden Rule TV, shout out. Tar Baby Yoda, and we have Cowboy Baby Yoda, back to back, shout out. I guess I should say the word shout out after every. Here, let's start over. Pinocchio's Helicopter, shout out. Crash Zero, shout out. The Enigma Fan, 25, shout out. Terry Strange, shout out. Golden Rule TV, shout out. Tar Baby Yoda, shout out. Cowboy Baby Yoda, shout out. Thor Mode number 9, shout out. Jamie Russell CME, aka Ethan Hawke, shout out. It's the Real Mr. Mad, shout out. End of Face, shout out for being here. Arizona Jake, sounds like a song. Arizona Jake, shout out. Let's Get Fitness, shout out. Dr. Pyro, I didn't see you in the chat earlier, sir. Shout out. Didn't know you were here. The Body Beatdown, shout out. Sheiky Baby, shout out. Take One Uno, shout out. D Rhino 419, shout out. And last but not least, Jelly Bean 8119, shout out. I consider them the great people. The great people, which is crazy because a lot of you I didn't even know were in the chat because I was ranting and raving for quite a bit. And I can't read and talk at the same time. You know I can't multitask because if I'm ranting and raving, and then if I start reading chats, I'll go on to that, and then I'll be like, oh crap, what was I talking about? So some of you I didn't even see at all. If I didn't see you earlier, I apologize. Okay, Central Standard. Okay, what did I say? Central. Oh, the Snake Pit Part 3 was done a few days ago. Okay, I don't know if I've seen it yet. I will check it out. If not this, well, actually, excuse me. I might check it out at work today on my headphones. I'm gonna listen on my Bluetooth. The beauty about his channel, Pinocchio's Helicopter, that is, there's no commercial breaks. Thank God. That's why I would rather not be monetized in many cases, because I don't want y'all to suffer listening to these idiotic commercials in the middle of my video, because I'll make a video that's 20 minutes long. I don't want y'all to suffer through a minute-long commercial about, is your husband not performing in the bedroom? If so, give him this pill. This pill will make him perform all night long. I'm like, I ain't trying to see that. Is your husband not getting it up? What the? Or they'll just direct it to the men directly. They'll say, sir, are you having trouble pleasing your wife in the bedroom? If so, try this. This is all you need. Inject it every time you're about to sleep with your wife. And she'll never be disappointed. And it's weird because a lot of these commercials, these ads, they're like AI ads. It's creepy. It's like, why is AI telling me how to perform better in the bedroom? You're a machine. You wouldn't know the first thing about pleasing anybody. So it's weird enough when there's a commercial with humans recommending these pills and whatnot, this treatment, this supplement. But then when AI is doing it, it's like, wait a minute. It's like, hold on a second. No. Or they'll have a couple on there talking on these ads, but it's an AI couple. Jeffrey did a great job in the bedroom last night, and it's all thanks to this. It's like, first of all, Jeffrey is AI. He's not real. You're AI. You're not real. So there's no way Jeffrey could have pleased you in the bedroom. Maybe they're having the S word in cyberspace. Maybe that's it. It's like, I don't believe these ads. I would not trust these ads. I can't trust them as far as I can throw them. I'll put it that way. My point is, I'm just glad Pinocchio's helicopter and my channel and others are not monetized, because I don't like those stupid ads. Like, why are all the ads that I get all about sex? Why is that? Am I giving myself away here? Like, are all y'all's ads about sex and pills and medication to get your you-know-what up in the bedroom? What's up with that? I don't watch content on YouTube about sex like that. You know what I mean? AI trying to tell somebody, get out of here. Get. You're not welcome here, AI ads. Watch YouTube take this video down. Dolly who? Dolly Parton? Your age? Yeah, I get it, the age and gender demographics. So Jake, you're older than me. You're 50, right? So you don't get those ads because of your age? And that's why, ooh, he's so right about that. That's why when you start your own YouTube page, they ask you, how old are you? Are you a male or female? I should have told him I was 100, and I should have told him I was non-binary. How about that? Meaning I don't call myself a man or a woman. That way you can't send me those stupid ads for men. That's what I should have, well, back when I started my YouTube page, that was before transgender stuff. That was before non-binary stuff. It was just men and women back then. But I should have just put neither or NA, not available. That's what I should have wrote. Just hack your YouTube for no ads. I think Zinni told me about that. On my computer, I did do the ad block. But I don't know how to do ad block on my phone. Yeah. Maybe Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt, he's good with computers. You can explain this to me some other time. Dolly's breasts are still 15 years old, though. What the? Well, that's because they're not real. That means they got installed 15 years ago. Are you saying Dolly Parton is Dolly's fan? Oh, what? Dolly Parton really died? Man. Lil Ugly is coming over to you. Dang. I was just thinking about Dolly Parton a few days ago. Yeah, Lil Ugly, she's my modeling buddy. I really like the song Jolene. Oh yeah. Okay, so while we're all here, before I leave, Terry, when are you going live again? That's the question. Jamie, you're still here. Ask Terry when she's going live again. That way we can all get back together. Right? Man, I can't believe Dolly Parton's. Man. She was in her 70s, I believe. Man, that's breaking news. All right, so if you're just tuning in, we have breaking news that, according to the chat, Dolly Parton has passed away. I don't know how. I haven't seen what caused it. She was 80? Dang. If you're just tuning in, Dolly Parton passed at the age of 80. I thought she was 75. Yeah, I always think Jolene in my head. It's a good song. Yes, breaking news. Dolly Parton has passed away. The good woman who made the song Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Sing along with me, y'all. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Just because you can, your beauty is beyond compare. When he calls your name Jolene, he talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Something tells me Jolene was a beautiful woman. If this other woman was afraid that she would take her man. Thank you, Arizona Jake. Thanks for being here. I gotta go too, but yeah. So Terry's going live tomorrow evening. Did you say evening or afternoon? Okay, tomorrow night. So if you guys don't know yet, you're all mods, so go to Terry's page and subscribe now, because I'm about to leave. So subscribe to Terry, and then tomorrow night we'll get together over there. I'll be at work tomorrow night, so I'll try to listen if I can. If not, hopefully rewind later. But I'm definitely gonna listen to Jolene when I get back inside. Man, so did they say how she passed, or was it just her age? I know she had a very eventful life, and I really did like listening to her talk too. I liked her voice, not just her singing voice, but I like listening to her in those little interviews on those little talk shows, right? Yeah, she was from the old school. I think she was from the South. She talks very Southern. Yeah. Good old Dolly Parton, man. What the? Maybe that'll be my next video topic. R.I.P. to Dolly Parton. Wait a minute. Why does Dolly Parton have to die on my birthday? That's BS. No. You can't die on August 25th? That's a damn good day. Tennessee, okay. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll just think of it this way. It's an eventful time. She passed on the same day this king was born. Man, still, that sucks. Because now every birthday I'm going to be like, man, my girl died this day. My girl, Dolly Parton, died at the age of 80. And 80 is a very strong number. It's a very full number. So I'm definitely going to remember that. Because I'm going to remember, this is crazy. I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, I was in the garage, going live, and people in the chat were telling me that Dolly Parton died. That's how I heard the news. I'm going to remember that 20 years from now. I remember when she died. I was going live on my birthday. It's horrible. Just awful. Takes a superhero to wipe out Dolly Parton. Yeah, she's like the female version of Chuck Norris. She's like, if Chuck Norris's wife was a singer, it would be Dolly Parton. Yeah. Everybody knew her. I like how she carried herself. She was kind of elegant. She was kind of graceful. She carried herself with grace. She was real, but she wasn't slutty. She would talk about, you could say, relationships and things like that. But she kept, all of her stuff was pretty PG. And she was definitely from the old school by how she talked and how she was open with what she said. She really didn't care what she said, but yet it all felt clean. But she was just funny. She was charming. I don't know how to say this, but I kind of had like a little, I don't want to use the word crush because she was 80, but if I could time travel, I definitely would have had a crush on the younger version of her because she was just that big. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Kind of like Pam Grier. I like Pam Grier, but Pam Grier's like super old. But I really like the younger version of Pam Grier from Jackie Brown. You could throw Foxy Brown in there too, but I grew up on Jackie Brown. But yeah, so I guess you could say Dolly Parton and Pam Grier, women like that, they're my time traveling crush. If that makes sense. Terry, keep it clean. Lord. Only a woman in the chat would say that. What does 80 years old? Hold on, Mr. Mad. What does 80 years old? P word. Oh, God. Oh, man. This whole stream was PG. Up until now. Mr. Matt, I can't answer that question. Even if I could answer that question, I wouldn't say it here. Oh yeah, Pam Grier was super hot. Pam Grier had two really good things. She had really good hair, and she had really good skin. Her skin was like Indian skin. And I really liked that thick brown hair she had. Pam Grier had really good hair for a black woman, and Dolly Parton had really good hair for a white woman. They both, you could say they're similar in that way. But yeah, Pam Grier was smoking hot. It depends on what, Mr. Oh, God. I don't want to know. Bridget, Bardot, and Nancy Sinatra were nice. Okay. I still have a crush on Tom McGraw. I think you told me about him, yeah, in the comment section. Golden Rule TV, you know Mr. Matt is nuts. You know this man's a trip. Golden Rule TV, he knows not what he says. Pam Grier has an Adam's apple, gang. Says Yoda. She isn't on Dolly's level. Dolly was special in her own way. The hottest women seem to be athletes, particularly, yeah. Look at Venus and Serena Williams, big time athletes. As my old coworkers would say, man, you wouldn't know what to do if that woman wrapped her legs around you. Or if she wrapped her legs around your head, you wouldn't know what to do with them big old legs. Anyway, depends. Are those adult? Oh, that. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. It's going to be the same when George Strait passes. He is the king of country music. I thought the king of country was like Johnny Cash. And I like John Denver. I like that song Country Roads, man. You know how there's that one song you just know the person by? For me, it's Dolly Parton with Jolene, right? But it's almost 1:30. I really gotta go. So tune in to Terry tomorrow night, according to her. Tomorrow night. But make sure you're subscribed now so you can find her when she goes live. Lord, she says it's degenerative. It's definitely degenerative. Why don't we make this a to be continue? That way, maybe on Terry's show, if she talks about it, we'll have more information. Because it wasn't a tragic death or anything like that, was it? It just kind of happened. Yeah. George Jones was okay. Live for what it was. Yeah. I'll check it out when I get back inside. But anyway, shout out to all you guys for being here. Rest in peace to Dolly Parton. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys. You guys are my birthday present. Happy birthday to me. Shout out to Dolly Parton. Rest in peace. Happy birthday to you guys. Whenever y'all's real quick, I'll give you 1 minute. Everybody put your birthdays in the chat. Put your birthdays in the chat. So we'll all know each other's birthdays. And then when it comes around, that way we can tell each other happy birthday. And you don't have to put the year in there if you don't want to. But yeah, if you want to, put your birthday in the chat real quick. Yeah. Peace. Birthday, Maine. January 25th, says Enigma Fan. Okay. Cheesecake Factory will still be there. It's your birthday. Not there. Well, you know, still. Terry's is January 8th. Golden Rule TV's is October the 28th. And Pinocchio just claims he's an Aries. So he's not going to say his actual date of birth. He's just going to say he's an Aries. Terry was born on Elvis's birthday, says the real Mr. Matt. My birthday is the same as Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons from Kiss, look it up, and Kel from Keenan and Kel. We have the same birthday. And I told Kel that when I met him. I said, we have the same birthday. He's like, August the 25th? I'm like, yep. Show is August 25th, buddy. Gene Simmons and Kel from Keenan and Kel. Oh, Sean Connery, I think, has my birthday. Rest in peace. Sean Connery passed, I believe, right? Or am I wrong? I'm pretty sure Sean Connery, Kel, and Gene Simmons are all August 25th. I'm not asking for y'all's zodiac signs. I was just asking for your birthdays. Now y'all doing too much. Like the man said on Reservoir Dogs, this is not a city council meeting. You're Mr. Pink. All right, let's see here. January 25th for Enigma Fan. Terry's is January 8th, so 2 Januaries, okay. October 20th, okay, so Golden Road TV, his is coming up here in a couple of months. Yoda, when's your birthday? That's what I want to know. Sir, mine is the same as Mother Teresa, which, incidentally enough, also who I got my sense of humor from. Mother Teresa? Okay, Mr. Mad. Mr. Mad is very sarcastic at times, so he'll say stuff and my autism can't pick up on his sarcasm. So I'm like, is this dude even being for real, or is he just pulling my leg right now? But yeah, Mr. Mad, when I get into the sewers and Resident Evil 2, I'll let you know. Because I'm only like 14 to 17% through the game. I haven't even gotten to the police chief's office yet. But yeah, if you're just now tuning in, I see people are coming back in. If you, oh, Bill Gates? Oh, cool. Same birthday as Bill Gates. If you're just now tuning in, it's my birthday. We're celebrating, but we're about to leave now. And we have breaking news that Dolly Parton has passed away. So shout out to her and rest in peace. And prior to that, we did a bunch of shout outs. I had my little list. I have my little list of shout outs of people. It's kind of hard to see. It gets blurry, but it's been almost 3 hours. That's as long as the Jesse Lee Peterson show. What the? He'd be killing me with that. What the? Alright. Walking Phoenix and Lauren Holly have my birthday. Cool. Yeah, Sean Connery. Sean Connery. He sure was. Is she napping or tap dancing on the golden streets right now? Well, she just got there, so she's probably getting settled in to her new house. Her house in heaven, her new mansion. So once she gets settled in, I'm sure she'll start dancing and singing. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm good at that. What the? Because I say it in my real life. I say it when I'm at work. When people say something stupid or do something stupid, or when I hear something crazy, I'd be like, what the? I take the out, the W, and just go straight to, what the? What the? Yeah, he's a trip. I wish I could stay longer, but I can't. So you guys are all acquainted, so you all know where to find each other. Thanks for being here. I'll see you on Terry's, hopefully tomorrow. If you don't see me, it's because I'm at work. Alright? I promise, that's my word. I'm at work tomorrow night. So if you don't hear from Gregatron, it's not because I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm not getting drunk. I'm not partying. It's not true, guys. That's hate. It's not true, guys. I'm at work. I disclaim everything I say. I disavow. And don't forget, info may be false. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt on the Hake Report, and on the Gregatron Show, and on the Terry Show, and on the Mr. Mad Show. Take everything you hear from everybody with a grain of salt, guys. That's my Hake impersonation. And my Jesse Lee Peterson impersonation is, what the? Alright, peace.